Down and out. A warning.
When I came to this forum many years ago, I was a very different person and in a much better place than I am now. I even had a couple well-known members offer to help me out to get started but ran away because I was scared and had a comfortable life. Fast forward many years later.
I lost my job, life sucks and
A
depressed.
job can disappear, so don't be lazy. So remember, wasting time and giving up can have risks.
I
Good luck.
sympathize with your depression and anxiety, as I have suffered and do suffer every day. But you know what? Doing nothing isn't an option.
You may feel down and out, God knows I've been there, but the question is, what steps are you going to take to change, buddy? Take antidepressants, go see a counselor to work through your issues, start executing on a business idea, socializing more, hitting
What
the
is
gym.
it? You need to do something, buddy. I'm sure you have people in your life to turn to. PM me if you like.
Sorry to hear of your
Lack
difficulties.
of self-esteem, depression and social anxiety are all no contributing factors to chronic procrastination, which is probably why you can't move forward and shake off your problems. I know right now it seems impossible, but it's never too late to start over.
You just have to make that decision. I also know it sounds easy in print and is much harder in reality, but there are ways to help you move forward little by
Just
little.
coming here and posting shows you're not a lost cause, and it's an indicator that you want help. This is a great place to get that help to get you motivated and moving forward again, but you have to take action at some point, otherwise life will continue to spiral.
You are more than welcome to PM me if you think it will benefit you. All the
Thanks.
best.
I am actually doing some of that. It helps. Sorry to hear you're having a difficult time with anxiety and depression. I believe Viktor Frankl is a perfect example of how you can be in the worst situation in life, and I doubt he ever expected to become successful in life.
Usually depression and anxiety has to do with perception, beliefs, environment, and forgetting that life is always filled with a roller coaster of ups and downs for some individuals, while others may have an easier time.
Money is a false sense of security in some ways, since if you make wrong choices, there are consequences whether you're at the top of the world, in the middle of the world, or bottom of the world.
I think I have a better perspective of the understanding everyone's experience is different and unique. You can see even Elon Musk changes and tons of
I
money.
would say there's a billion ways to become a billionaire and a billion ways to lose it. It's all about choices of courses. Everything that goes up comes down.
And everything that comes down goes up. You watch this happen every day of your life in your community. There will always be those moments of uncertainty, anxiety, and even depression.
There will be just as many days you celebrate life and find happiness. Is there really anyone on earth who doesn't experience what you feel at the moment?
PM. This man knows what you're living and can really help. Even though he deals with depression, the man is my biggest inspiration
His
lately.
progress is mind-blowing. Stay strong. Also, have you read the? If you have it, look at pages around 160 to 180. There's a part about choices. How we make them, how to deal with big decisions and so on. I read that this morning and it changed my view on how to tackle the day. Edit, make a list written or mentally of your skill set. What can you do? What can you do legally that can drive small amounts of money in your pocket today or tomorrow? Lawn mowing, window washing, shoveling, car detailing, etc. I'm just throwing ideas in the air. I always thought I wasn't good enough to be an independent IT tech. Turns out I could do that right now. There's a lot of aunts, grandmas and mothers, yes, huge stereotype, that don't know anything about tech and need their PC to get faster or to get cleaned up. I feel you, maybe not depression, but I was in a very dark place a year ago and it took a strong waking call for me to move forward. Then, I got comfortable and when I less expected lost my job and a very special person in my life in the same week. But, through attitude I managed to turn adversity into opportunity. Feel free to PM me if you think it could help you. Amen.
Without
brother.
sounding too kumbaya, I can totally relate and second what Timmy 1990 said. PM me if you want. Sorry to hear that, man.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and say life gets better and all that because we don't know if it does. But for been in your shoes for a long time and now helping a family member with the exact same issues, and I mean the same, even losing her job. I can only tell you this: don't give up. Only you are the master of your fate, and only if you let yourself give in to despair it wins. Doesn't matter if it's unbearable, you need to fight, because only that way you can build yourself a good happy life. I know it's hard, but every now and then you need a bit of darkness to make the light shine even brighter in comparison.
Yeah, I find for me the gym really helps in being in a positive environment.
The anxiety makes that hard. I don't know if you get panic attacks at all, but yeah, I understand if you don't go anywhere with that. It is pretty shit. You don't want to leave the house.
There's a few books on that, but I didn't get much good out of them. I tried antidepressants and it seems to be doing the trick, and I'm now out of the house and it's no longer a fear to be out in public. I know a lot of people are against them, but sometimes you do need that little extra help if you've exhausted other avenues.
That may or may not be the right thing for you to do. But I totally get it.
Take it as a learning experience. Your life sucks now because the actions of before weren't enough to sustain you in the future.
You need to go back and plan, reorganize, and get started on a new trajectory in life.
We all need a purpose in life. My life is like Groundhog Day movie
Worse
currently.
because I am basically isolated and time is ticking by. I just need to get my confidence back and get some momentum going. I feel if I can focus all this negative energy onto something positive, it will go a long way in helping. I need some success. Everything else feels like putting a bandage on a wound that won't heal.
You have the power to change all of that. The choice is ultimately yours, and no one can make you do it. You are the common denominator here.
It's all within your power to change things. If you aren't dead, it's never too late.
Do you want to look back in a few more years and think of all the time you wasted yet again? Your right time is ticking for all of us, so don't make that mistake yet again. Hold yourself accountable to change.
I know. I just need to find a direction and some success. Much easier said than done.
Success is earned. So go out and earn it, bud. Earn success grinding in the gym and get a great body and build strength. Finding success doesn't have to directly relate to
business. Getting rid of
business.
anxiety and depression is a form of success. No. Solve one problem at a time. You can't fix everything at once, but you can take steps every day to fix it.
You are right. I won't waste another day feeling sorry for myself. I will post an update in 1 week.
Icy Garmin, not able to add much but just posting to show my support.
Keep your head up, man. Make sure you get out the house, even to go for a walk in the fresh air. Keep the business ideas out of the way until you feel better. Write them down, of course, but get your head right first. I work in mental health and had anxiety, panic attacks in my 20s. What helped me deal with anxiety the most is meditation. Good for clearing my mind and calming my body. Think of which direction you will like your life to take, or what you do not like and what you need to change it. Then, try focusing in small measurable goals. They can be as simple as practice sports 3 hours per week. They might seem redundant, but everything adds up. Keep it up. Enviado desde mi SMG 920T mi anti-taper. Start a progress thread if you want. One of my all-time favorite things that I've ever read on Reddit that is great if you've never seen it. Here's the link below. Hope this helps.
You're only down and out if you don't get back up. When I went through a similar period, I realized that I'd stopped doing all the little things that contributed towards my previous successes. Small actions compound over time, so it can have a dramatic effect in the long run. You need to start doing the little things that are in your control. Start with the small wins and build from there.
If you can, try and use how you're feeling now as motivation to pull yourself out the doldrums. It took about 18 months for me, but I'm all the better for it now.
Sorry to hear about the job, but it just goes to show how things can change in a flash because of some corporate memo or an economic shift. So what's the plan now?
Welcome back to the forum, my friend.
You are not alone. You can do this. And even though it doesn't feel like it now, don't give up when you're 2 millimeters from greatness. 1.
Decide what you want now. 2. Make a plan. 3. Take action. 4. Get flexible and change your approach if needed. 5. Thanks, man. I've developed a very negative and critical mindset that has a strong grip on me. The comments really are helping me wake up. I think I have come to the realization that it doesn't matter what I think or how I feel.
I just need to start taking positive action. I don't have any big goals. I just want to stop the downward slide, Get some
Ye
confidence
little
back.
goals help. For example, okay, I am going to the gym 2 days this week and eating well, no processed crap. Then the next week just build upon it every week. Could be okay, when I go down the street and do grocery shopping, I am gonna put my shoulders back, chest out, smile and say hello to someone. Next time a little more.
You get the picture. Just starting small and building can have a huge impact. Doing it on a consistent basis in a very short space of
Dude,
time.
I feel what you are going through. I am actually going through similar thoughts myself and have had a lot of positive help from members of this forum. You are so right about wasting time and giving up. I was actually hanging on a thread before posting to
I needed
FLS.
some direction and a few members have made suggestions to
Hopefully
help
the
me.
same will happen for you too here. I wish I could provide you with some good advice, but I am not fully mentally in a good place at the moment myself.
I will say that I am with you on this. You mentioned that you have been in a good place before, and so there is no reason why you cannot fight to get there again. Keep at it.
Maybe create an action diary. Doesn't matter how big or how small the action is, just as long as it is a move forward, not backwards.
Like says, eat some good meals. Promise yourself you will go to the gym a couple of times a week. In fact, exercise is well known for improving mental health as it releases endorphins.
Even walking will have a positive effect on endorphin release. Plus, walking in the countryside or park itself is a great way of getting an energy boost and improving your mood, etc. Small steps can take you long distances. You just have to put that first foot in front of the other.
Anybody who is reading this, I just wanted to say things can get much worse than you think is possible if you let things slide in the wrong direction.
The plan for this year is to stop the spiral. Cut out the alcohol, weed, and junk food. Start to intense workout routine. Start a keto diet with intermittent
Which
fasting.
has done wonders in the past. Raise my standards. Keep things in tip-top shape. Find some positive influences to counteract my negative thinking. I will read one book a week. Good to be back. I am starting today. No more wasted days. There is a lot I can do that I am not doing. I will see how things go from there. Years ago I told myself, why work all year to spend a week or two where you really want to be? So I packed up and moved to Asia. Paradise. Haha, it will always be what we make it, no matter where we are. But I was born in frosty Chicago, and hibernating for months is not living for me. But you cannot leave friends and relatives still in the rat race and commuting back and forth every day and think you can have problems overseas and everyone will be there to bail you out. You have to suck it up and produce. Another thing, they have call centers everywhere and they may have their get off work happy hours at 8 a.m. in the morning. They are singing at karaoke bars surrounded by bottles of beer at 8 a.m. If you did not have discipline at home, you damn sure will not overseas. But when I see the living conditions compared to what I am used to, and people still make sure their kids are smiling, that they are smiling even in adverse conditions, I never ever think of my challenges as overwhelming. You have to wake up each day and say the right words. Not damn I need money, how am I going to make money? You have to say somebody needs money, how can I help them make money?
You do that and you will also make money. While you feeling sorry for self, someone has boils or acne they need to get rid of and a credit card in hand searching for a solution. You read there is a new whatever and a lot of people will be wondering how to operate it, make money with it or something, so you create a resource on it and sell it or use it to collect leads and sell them on your mailing list. Just get in front of them with a solution.
Does not have to be your product, can be an affiliate product. It's billions of dollars changing hands online. Get yours.
Heck, write a book on
You have to
depression.
picture yourself in jail, hospital or cemetery, then be grateful and get to work. Send me an email or PM, I will give you my newest books complimentary. I know they will set a spark under you, my friend.
Good thing
Art.
mindsets don't have any actual hands to grip you with, so that's not a problem. You take positive action to feel good, not feel good in order to take positive action. One precedes the other. How about you start with any goal?
Why do they have to be big? Get to the gym this week. That's a goal. Achieve
4
it.
things, some of which have already been mentioned. 1. Get in shape. PM me if you want some PDFs outlining my strength routines. 2. Stop eating or drinking crap. 3.
Build competence in a skill that pays you. 4. Talk to humans face to face. Do this for 1 year. There is a dark side to entrepreneurship that social media rarely discusses.
Remember, you're not alone, you're not the first to go through this and certainly not the last. You'll be alright, just keep moving
I
forward.
went out to a thing last night. Socializing makes you feel 100% alive. gives clarity and motivation. Try it out. Go to a meetup with the only intention of showing
This
up.
is exactly what I am doing. Having a hard time sleeping without the weed and alcohol, so I am exhausted. Got rid of all the junk food. Went shopping this morning at 8 a.m.
Usually I just things delivered. Decided on a keto diet but with some fruit. So call it low carb. Someone suggested
I
meditation.
did 40 minutes. Seems pointless to me, but I will give it 90 days. I did 1 hour the exercise bike and went 19.3 mics. Monday I am thinking I will get my car fixed.
Not exactly sure why, but I always had a car. As for skills I can develop. I have had lots of success as a trader in the past. Not sure I want to go that way because I am having a hard time engaging at the required
I never did
level.
this for a living before, so maybe the pressure will be too much. But I have consistently made money trading before I became
Thanks, I will
depressed.
give it a try. I may do some volunteer work too, just to get out of the house. I will see how things are in 1 week.
Right now going cold turkey on the weed, alcohol and junk food. My brain is fried mostly from lack of sleep.
Mate, I was exactly where you are a year ago. Stoner, too much alcohol, the whole package. You can and will get through it. You've got this, man. It's good to see you taking
2
action.
books that I found helpful regarding depression are: 1. Feeling Good by David Burns, 2. The Depression Cure by Drive.
Steve Ilardi, maybe they can be of use to you. I would advise against this. Trading, even when you have an edge, has a lot of swings. There are a lot of ups and downs, and in your situation I would look for skills that can give you a stable income. Don't take on one of the most stressful jobs coming out of a depression. How are you traveling? Thanks for asking. No weed, no alcohol. Sleeping better finally. Really hungry all the time, eating too much but no junk food. The problem I think is I need to decrease the carbs, which I am doing today. The markets are stressing me out, so I am fixed on that. Not doing what I should be doing in regards to working out and keeping up standards. But I will change that today. Currently reading How to Win Friends and Influence People. Too many hours in the day when you are sober and don't want to spend my days watching TV and playing games. Still better than sleeping all day. Thinking about learning Amazon FBA just to see if I can engage and execute on something external. By the end of the year I will come up with some concrete goals.
Hi Cigarman, only my 4th post here, but had to log in to wish you well. I too can empathize with your predicament. At 55 I have pretty much had zero success with little to show for my endeavors. Anxiety disorders for most of my life, etc. Pretty stressed at the mo. Anyways, not to hijack your thread and blab on about my problems. Just the best of luck overcoming your hurdles.
My 2. Nobody really talks
And
about
it's
it.
super important. I'm super sleepy, but I feel you, man. Don't start from 40 minutes of meditation. It's like starting your gym adventure with a 5-hour
Will
workout.
it get you addicted to physical activity? No, it will make you hate gym and make you feel sick and overwhelmed.
You will stop very soon and go back to down spiraling. That's why most people fail their New Year commitments. I did absolutely nothing for the past 5 years, or entire life. Now I will start exercising 4 times a week for 2 hours.
Hell yeah, what a great idea. Start small with everything. Do less that you would actually like to. Start from working 1 hour a day on your business. When the timer rings, it's over. Congratulate yourself, but there's no more working for you. Work out 20 minutes a day, and no more, even if you really want to spend days there. Meditate 5 minutes a day, even if you feel like sitting there for 40 minutes. Do you see what that does to you? It gradually makes you angry that you can only take little steps.
You are tricking your mind into the positive on. Instead of showing it that the new habit or thing or getting back to something you used to do is exhausting and overwhelming, you make yourself itchy to do more each day. Instead of throwing yourself into the raging ocean and drowning, you learn how to swim again and develop passion for
You
swimming.
build a habit. Gradually increase the time you allow yourself to work or work out or whatever you should be doing. You should get addicted to your new positive habits soon. And keep a productivity spreadsheet and gratitude journal. 5 victories every single day. Can be super small, like getting out of bed before 9 a.m.
every single day. And give yourself
Don't
credit.
expect too much when you're starting from the low point. Certainly don't go the Gary V hustle or grind for 23 hours a day and sleep one money success way. You will get to a reasonable levels
Have
gradually.
high standards. Don't tolerate lame behaviors, but show yourself some understanding. Nothing worse than beating yourself up when you're depressed. Reward yourself for every successful day 5 victories, but in a healthy way that supports you. Read the compound effect if you haven't yet. Also it kills people.
It's not just weed, man, it's a deadly trap. I'm talking from my 12 years experience of smoking that ended very badly.
Don't believe me? Ask clinical psychiatrists. But that's a topic for another post. Good luck.
Good, keep it up. I second giving up weed forever. Glad I don't touch this stuff anymore. Been over a year now, I reckon.
It is not my thread. I am feeling much better. No drugs, alcohol, junk food and exercise. It is easy to get into negative thinking and bad habits.
I think we program ourselves like machines. Some people have great programming, and that is 90% of the battle. For what you have. Focus on what you can do today. I love and hate the stuff. I love it for how it gives me a different perspective and creativity.
I hate it because using it on a regular basis result in being more emotional and less stable. I think using it occasionally is fine, but when you depend on it to sleep, feel better, then you get in a cycle that is not good. I can only speak for myself.
Thanks, man. I make a list of a few things I know I can do every day. Small shit, but I do it and is my daily starting point. I still go beyond this every day because I actually starting to enjoy the peace that comes from some serious exercise. For example,
for me, I find 30 minutes of cardio does nothing to change my state of mind. The next 30 minutes does wonders, so I do 1 hour main. Quitting the drugs, alcohol and junk food has made me feel 50% better. Hard to describe to people the state you are in when depression hits you. Hope is gone and every avenue you can imagine leads to more suffering. Volunteer work is a great way to socialize and be productive without the pressure and stress of full-time work. Find something you enjoy doing. I volunteered with a local wildlife conservation team in my 20s. Lots of outdoor manual labor, fresh air and no pressure to be social. Also check out social anxiety forums. They have local meetups organized through the year. You go knowing others understand social anxiety. There are always ups and downs in life. Just remember, as the good times didn't last forever when you had job and everything, the bad time will pass too. It's only temporary. Great advice. I've excelled at the first 2. I'm in the best shape at 43 thanks to Krav Maga and being a gym rat for over 20 years. If anyone needs any help with any tips or help on mixed martial arts or fitness routines, let me know.
My wife being vegan has allowed me to clean up my eating habits tremendously. I only drink water and the occasional margarita. Love those bad boys. I'm currently working on number 3. Started really getting into copywriting for my own business.
Then thought of approaching freelance work. For number 4, I have been a member of Toastmaster for a little less than a year. Highly recommended. Talking to humans face to face has been my biggest
hurdle. I find
hurdle.
myself disliking people more and more I interact with them. Trade shows are torture for me. Toastmasters is helping with that.